Namaste and welcome. So find a comfortable seat. So sit onto a blanket or a cushion. Close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. So inhale through your nose and a relaxing exhale out through your mouth. So just take a moment to settle in here. And begin a soft Ujjayi breathing. And gently begin to deepening your breathing. And as you go through your practice, listen to your breath. And let it be the most important thing. And as you're listening to your breathing, let it anchor you into the moment. And fill yourself with calmness, one breath at a time. And then slowly open your eyes and come back to this space. And then from here, we're going to come to stand. So come to stand at the top of your mat and place your hands together in front of your heart. Feet are hip distance. And go ahead and bend your knees, soften your chest and drop your arms. And then inhale, reach your arms up, find length, root your feet, lift your chest. And then exhale, fold forward. Now step your right leg back into lunge pose and then lift your left arm up and twist here. Circle your thumb and your index finger on your left hand and gaze up. And then lower your left hand down and come into a downward facing dog. And let's stay here and breathe. And pay attention to the rhythm of your breathing. And where in your body can you feel your breath? Now lift your heels and then bend your knees and lift your hips and then wave your spine forward into plank pose and lower all the way down to your belly. And let's come into a Sphinx pose. So place your forearms down, your elbows are directly under your shoulders. You can close your eyes here or keep your gaze soft. Root your forearms. Relax your legs and your hips into the ground. And just listen. And then slowly release and come back into downward facing dog. Now go ahead and step your feet forward. Bend your right knee, place your right hand on the outside of your left ankle, and then lift your left arm up. You can circle your thumb and your index finger here and gaze up. And then release. Inhale, flat back, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, bend your knees and roll up as you exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up, find length, and then exhale, fold forward. Now let's step your left leg back into lunge pose and then lift your right arm up, circle your index finger and thumb. And breathe here. Draw your right hip back and root your right heel down. And then lower your right hand down and step back into downward facing dog. And just stay here and breathe. Just ground yourself here. Root your hands and your feet. And then lift your heels and bend your knees. And then wave your spine forward into plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. Come back into Sphinx pose, elbows directly under your shoulders. And just breathe here. And then release and come back into downward facing dog. And then step your feet forward. This time you're going to bend your left knee, place your left hand on the outside of your right ankle, and then lift your right arm up. Find length in your spine, so draw the crown away from your hips. And then release. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, bend your knees and roll up. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. And then step your right leg back and anchor your right heel down and then open up into extended side angle. So reach your right arm alongside your ear. Circle your thumb and your index finger. Make sure your left knee is directly over the ankle. Now go ahead and drop your right arm down and soften your chest and then circle your arm up, straighten your left leg and come into a triangle. Really ground yourself here. Now go ahead and bend your left knee. Go through warrior 2 and then peaceful warrior. Find length in your spine as you root your feet down and sink your hips down. And stay with your breath. And then cartwheel your hands down. Come into a lunge pose and then step your left leg back and come into a plank pose. Activate your legs. Draw your navel in and up towards your spine. Draw your chest forward and heels back. Notice your breath. Now lift your hips up and then come back into downward facing dog. Now step your right foot forward and anchor your left heel down and open up into extended side angle. As you inhale, create space in your torso. And as you exhale, you ground yourself down a little bit more every time. Then soften your chest, drop your arm down and circle your arm up. Begin to straighten your right leg and come into triangle. And ground your awareness by really feeling your feet and your legs. And then bend your right knee, go through warrior 2, and then peaceful warrior. Root your feet and find length here. And then cartwheel your hands down, come into a lunge pose, and then step your right leg back into a plank pose. And stay here and breathe. As you lift your navel in and up towards your spine, you reach your tailbone towards your heels. Your legs are active. Listen to your breath. And then gently lower your knees down. And let's come into child's pose. Just relax here for a moment. And then slowly roll up. And then from here, extend the legs out in front of you. If you need to, you can come to sit onto a blanket or a cushion. Now go ahead and bend your knee, your right knee, and place the foot on the outside of your left thigh. Sit up tall and then hug your right knee towards your chest and twist. And go ahead and close your eyes. And just focus on your breath, where you feel your breath in your body. And then release and place your right foot on the inside of your left thigh. And then begin to fold over your left leg. Relax your neck slightly. And breathe into your hips and your lower back. And then slowly roll up to sit. And extend the leg out in front of you. And let's do the other side. So sit up tall, hug your knee in towards your chest, and then twist. Inhale and lengthen your spine, create space. And then as you exhale, you draw your knee maybe a little bit closer to your torso. And stay with your Ujjayi breathing. And then release. Place the foot on the inside of your right thigh. And then fold from your hips. Relax your neck slightly. And be totally present to your breathing. And then slowly roll up to sit. And extend both legs out in front of you. You can come to sit on a cushion or a blanket. Move the flesh away underneath your sitting bone and flex your feet. And grab your big toes with your peace fingers and thumbs if that's possible. If not, you can use a strap. And then fold forward. Now use your breath as a tool. So as you inhale, visualize you create space in your body. And as you exhale, you move deeper into the pose. Slowly lift up, bend your knees, place your feet and your hands down, lift your hips up. Either gaze up or forward. And then lower down, extend the legs out in front of you again, flex your feet, move the flesh away underneath your sitting bones. And this time you're going to place your hands on the outside of your feet, if that's possible. And then fold. And use your breath to ground yourself, to be present, and just to be in the moment with your breath and your body. And slowly roll up, bend your knees, plant your feet and your hands down, and then again lift your hips up. Lift a little bit higher than you think you can. And then slowly lower your hips down. And then from here, I would like you to grab a bolster or use a few firm pillows and come to sit sideways to the bolster. So your bolster is touching your hips or your hip. It doesn't matter which side you start with. Place your hands on the outside of your bolster, find length here, and then fold over your bolster. Relax your shoulders, relax your chest into the bolster. I'm going to be here for a couple of minutes, so just settle in and breathe deeply. Allow yourself to just yield into your support and to the ground. And then very slowly begin to roll up. Take your time. And then from here, let's switch sides. Make sure you sit close to the bolster. And then square your torso over the bolster, find length, and then fold forward. Relax your chest into the bolster. Relax your arms and your shoulders. And settle in. And yield into your support. And then very slowly roll up. And then from here, take the bolster to the side. And come to sit either onto a blanket or a cushion. And find a comfortable seat so you can relax your hips and find length in your spine. Now circle your thumbs and your index fingers. And then place your hands onto your thighs. And go ahead and close your eyes. I'm just going to sit here in stillness for a moment. So as you sit here, I would like you to focus on your Ujjayi breathing. So just listen to your breath. And just follow the rhythm of your inhale and your exhale. And this is the only thing you need to do at the moment. It's just you and your breath. And then release the Ujjayi breathing and come back to a natural flow. And just notice how you feel now. And then inhale and place your hands together in front of your heart. And then exhale, bow your head to your heart. Namaste, and thank you for joining me.